Hey everyone, welcome to Professor Pedersen's science class. Today we are going to be talking about natural selection. So, what is natural selection? Well, natural selection is a process that occurs over time where organisms in an environment with more favorable traits and attributes are going to survive, while organisms with less favorable attributes are going to die off or have a smaller population. So what are these kind of, favorable attributes? Well, the main one is being able to reproduce. In order for an organism's species or whatever to survive, you have to be able to make more of it. Another one would be the ability to find food, shelter, prey, such as that. So what are unfavorable characteristics? It's any type of characteristic that does not allow any sort of survival advantage in the said environment. So it would be putting, a freshwater fish in salt water and then telling it to reproduce. It's not going to happen because it does not have the characteristics to survive in salt water, unlike some other fishes. So the biggest kind of the biggest not study, but one of the most known studies that we've seen of natural selection is within the peppered moth. And look, I made little pictures. So we're going to talk about that story right now. So in England during the Industrial Revolution, there are two types of peppered moths. You had one that was lighter and more white in color, and one that was black. The whiter population was the bigger population of the two because the trees, pictures are coming undone. Sorry. Because the trees around the time were this whitish gray color. So the black moths really stood out when hiding from predators on the trees, while the white moths blended in better. This led to birds eating the black moths, therefore they had a smaller population. Well, thanks to different outside factors known as humans or the Industrial Revolution, that started changing because in this area, factories started popping up, with releasing a black smoke, which over time turned the whitish trees black, allowing for the black peppered moth now to be hidden better compared to the white peppered moth. Now over time, black peppered moths started showing up more because they were not being eaten by birds. So this happened, for 50 years, and the white population was dying off. Well, again, thanks to outside factors known as human intervention, we started creating cleaner and cleaner factories, allowing for the trees to turn back to their original whitish color, therefore slowly killing off the population of black peppered moths. So there's just an example of natural selection kind of happening in a shorter period of time. It's something that is very tangible and able to see it happening rather than spanning over the millions of years that it usually takes within bigger organisms. So hope you enjoyed.